Man, is it kind of nice to have the belt there to at least remind people this is still champ versus champ?
Yes, definitely, definitely. Feel very good. And I still have a home anyways, just the title was for her, but we will change that soon.
It's been a long time since we've talked to you after a loss, right? I mean, what is the feel this fight week for you, knowing you got to get something back?
Yeah, definitely, like very excited for me. I've been here before, I was a challenger before, so it's not surprising or anything like that. So you make mistakes and you pay it off. I pay. I lost my belt. So, but like after that, like I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back home and fix it what I have to fix it. If I have to make some adjustment and move it and whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get that thing back. So lose the belt never was something that's putting me down or making me sad. Just me keep me like even motivated and fire me up. I always need that. Like I always need like that kind of like push. And what Juliana bring it was the challenge, that I needed for. I was without challenge for so long, and now I finally like get in the position that I really like to feel. I like to feel like threat, these moments that I shine in the most.
How long did it take you to get there, right? Because you had talked about, maybe I'm kind of done with fighting. I want to be with my family. I've accomplished everything. So, after that fight, did you say, well, maybe that's it? Or was it like instant, like, oh no, we're going back? Like, how long did it take you to get there?
Of course, like I was like a little bit like, yeah, maybe like now I'm good. So, like no worries in the way that I want to go out, of course. But like if I have to go enjoy my life, I'm so happy to do. I did so much for this sport, and the sport did it for me as well. So I did everything already that I want for my career. At that point, I kind of like, maybe I retire, maybe not. We'll see. Let's see how my head is. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow to see. But when I went back to the hotel that day, and like you guys know, I wanna open my gym for so long. It was in the paper already, but I never was like, okay, I'm gonna do. I always think maybe next time or not. So after the fight, the first thing that I thought was that if I'm gonna do this again, I'm gonna do it my place with my name now. So, and when I went back to the hotel, me was talking a little bit. Of course, I was sad, but was a sad that was bringing me down. Was a different kind of sadness that I was kind of like sad and hungry at the same time. So, and we was talking like, if we're gonna do this again, we're gonna do the way I want now. So, and when we decided drive back because what I wanna do with that was I have time to think about everything when I drive back home. So if I go in the fly, it's gonna be fast. I'm gonna sleep and then I'm gonna wake up there. So I don't wanna that. I wanna like get my thoughts together, and it's the only way that I'm gonna give it my brain like that kind of thinking and rest at the same time because across the country is beautiful. You're gonna see so many beautiful places out there, and the mountains and everything is gonna clear my mind and then giving me like ideas. So it's exactly what happened. And I drive it back home like almost 30 hours, and we stopped in many places, and it was exactly what I needed to put all my ideas together. And when I arrive at home, we have everything set to start over. So, and now we're here. I'm very happy, fight week. This is the week that we all look for. I'm 100%. I have a great camp. I always be able to like set up my gym the way I want. And the amazing part of the whole thing about the gym is I was the one that worked hard, to put that thing together. And I have a couple friends, Nina's dad, friends come help us, and was just a good energy to come back here and then get the belt back. So now I'm here, ready to go. And Saturday I will take my belt home with me.
So now that you've done this training camp on your own, right? I'm curious, like, what was the best part of it? Because it does sound a little weird. Like, I'm going to leave American Top Team, best facility in the world, best coaches, all the training partners, and you're like, I want to do it on my own. Now that you've done it, I guess what were the advantages? What's the priority or the good things about it?
Like it's America Top Team, like you guys know, always was great to me. Dan Lambert, all the coaches, we make history together. So my circle over there, I feel like we made it what it's supposed to. So at this point right now is like I want to do something that I want for myself. So when I decided to do that, and I was just because I wanted my place, it's not to compete against the gym, nothing, anything like that. It's not always turning my back for them. I just want to do something that's for me, what I want. And I want to feel the place that's not have a lot of people all the time. One time I was already like over to, you know what I mean, be able to train and then like be able to have a lot of people. That's not bad at all. It's just a phase in your life that you want to train in your own space, feel safe as well. Feel like you're gonna train and this is your place. You feel this is my place. I do whatever I want. So anybody that's walking there, only one is gonna walk if I want. So, but all my years there, America top team was great. You guys know, like it's not something that I need to really talk about it, but I like to remember, just because I don't wanna like people think like I'm turning my back for the gym. It's not that. I just is going my own now. It's like it's just a kid that's grow and they wanna go in their own. So it's exactly what I wanna do with my life. And if I retire without open my gym, I would be very upset. You know. So because it was something that's when I started this, I know I wanna have one day. Was my own gym that I train in, that I be able to, do everything that I want, put all my accomplishment in the wall to see every day was something that I was looking forward to. I have all the banners for 7 years in my life, always in the tube, in the room. I said, like, Nina, we have to do something with those things. I cannot, like, leave those things forever right there in the corner and then don't do anything with it. So when I started grabbing everything, the feeling that I got from that was amazing. I always, like, open all the banners for all the fights that I did, and that thing just me fired up so bad. And when I was be able, by myself, put it in the wall, even, like, growing that fire back, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do this again, baby. Soon, I'm gonna get it moving forward. I have to fix a couple things. And I always have in my mind, and I always been say that now, like when the lion is gonna attack, the prayer, they don't always take the first time, but the second time for sure is gonna be more precise. And now I'm here, I'm gonna get my belt back Saturday.
I like that. Talk about just preparation the second time around. I mean, we know, look, you don't want to make excuses, but there was an injury, there was COVID, there were all these things going on. So getting ready this time, were there huge tactical changes that you need to make, strategy changes? Is it more about just being 100% and being able to do what you thought you could do last time?
It's definitely is being 100%, have a full camp. You have to have a full camp. Go and do your sparring, do everything that you best of it, to step in the cage 100%. Of course, it's not excusing me, but I was exactly what I passed, was exactly what happened in my camp. I had COVID, and soon I was clear, but I still have it. I still was coughing, walking the gym, you know what I mean? I still like training and then stopping and then coffee and all those things. So I still like recovering. When I was out from COVID, I still recovering. I still like was getting my body, feel better. I still have a little bit like fatigue. So, but like all those things, and then on top of that, I got injury in the camp. So it was just a mess, that camp. But for some reason, I want to fight that day. I could easily like recover and set up another day. But it is what it is. It's not excuses at all. Just what I went through that camp. So Julianna is a tough opponent. We all know that. But I've been there before. I fight one of the best girls out there with the similar style, even better strike, even better wrestling, even better ground game, and I still like getting my belt back. But that one, for some reason, was her night, so she got it. But Saturday, I'm gonna that thing back. I wanted that thing back. This is the thing that's moving me forward. I wanted the belt back. I miss the belt. It's not all the things to really like push me as much how I want that thing.
Last thing for me, you win Saturday night, you're a champ again, you get the belt back. Is there any chance that that's enough, that you go, okay, I righted the wrong, now I think I'm ready to be done? Or is this fire that's back, are you thinking beyond Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. I just put in my gym out there. My gym look beautiful. I want to enjoy that gym, even more. So I'm gonna move forward.
Leading into your first fight, Juliana was always asked, like, well, what happens if you win? She goes, well, if I win, I'm going to rematch her right away. She knew that. So with you now, if you beat her, it'll be 1-1. Will you go for that trilogy fight right away?
What's up to UFC now is about only UFC. What do they want to see? For me, like I'm open to do anything. So I have a lot of girls out there, and whatever happen, I'm gonna be open to fight. I just don't wanna like really like take that much day off. I wanna like try to get like as long fast as fast as possible. But let's see what the UFC is gonna tell me to do because you never know. It can be Juliana, it can be like so many girls out there that's really wanted the opportunity to. We'll see.
And do you think this rivalry is good for the division as a whole? Because for so long you were so dominant, and then we've seen dominant champions like Anderson had Chael Sonnen and John Jones had Daniel Cormier, and now you do have your foil. Has this been good for just the entire division?
Definitely, definitely. I love that actually. So Juliana really like fired me up. I love that, and it happened a little bit with me, Valentina, right? And that was very good too. So and like I said, this was the opponent that I needed, And now, and I feel like she really bring that fire back. So I can't wait for Saturday.
Then you also spent a lot of time with her on The Ultimate Fighter. Did you learn anything about her, even outside of preparation, just how she was as a person or anything like that?
I just think she's weird, but she's in her own world there, and I always do my own thing. So we never always see each other that much either. So we see like just a couple times when the fights happen and or whatever. But she was in her phone, like doing something else. Like no, look at me. I say like, you know what, girl, you stay there, no worries, and let's do what we came here to do, and that's it. So I don't learn anything about her.
I'm sorry, I got to ask you to elaborate a little bit on that. When you said she was weird, what exactly did you mean by that?
I don't know. She's just like I don't know. So she's like in her own world there, like being like I don't know. So, and that's why like I didn't even like want to interact or anything. So.
Gotcha. And you said you talked about training at your own gym now. Was it kind of hard for you to kind of like get in that same groove of like really getting your coaches to push yourself like to your absolute limit, being away from American Top Team?
Say it again. The question. Sorry.
Was it? Did you find it difficult to find and have your coaches push you to that same limit away from American Top Team?
Actually, the coach that I brought her, one of them is like working with me for Ronda Rousey fight, Roger Craw. He already was in the big fights with me, so he know how to work, how my style and everything, what I needed to fix it, what I needed to sharpen. So we be able to put a great camp, bring people that's is gonna help us in everywhere. Coach from wrestling too that I work back in the day. So I just brought the people that I work with, and a couple new people too. The jiu-jitsu kid that's come to help me is a very good ground game. Have a good ground game. He's a fighter too. So and a couple new training partners as well. So and we did our best. We really I'm in this business for so long too. It's like it's not that hard to be able to find good professionals to help you to grow, So, and we just like put things together, put a schedule and everything. And I don't change that much from America Top Team. I just like adjust the times with the coach and everything and make things happen.
Now, when you go back and look at the first fight, was it kind of frustrating to know, like, with the success you had in the first round, to then let the fight get away from you after having that success in that opening round?
Yes, definitely. Like obviously, like my time was very off in that fight. My time, my movement. And my army was very fatigued too. I always feel having one time in the second round. They're like, "What the hell is that?" So. And in couple of those moments that I was like really slow in the fight, she was be able to connect a couple good ones and even slow, even more, my chance to move forward in the fight. So, and yeah, I just was like off that night, and I really like didn't know what happened right after. So when I get up from the floor, like, what the fuck is going on? So, and we kind of like, Nina was telling me like, yeah, like your arm is like really did it the same that we was doing training. So usually sometimes you training how you fight, you know. About that fight, like couple things that happened was happen in training too. But I always say like, but we always like excuse these things like, no, like I feel like because I did this and did this, I always lie to myself that's like something was wrong in the whole camp. But you know, it is what it is. We gotta move forward and then go to the next step in life. Life is slap you, and then you like you still like wanna chase what is like out there for you. And it's exactly what I take from that fight. I learned, and I went back. I fixed everything, get everything sharp, ready to go. And now I'm here to get my belt back.
Speaking of belts, the one on the table here represents the 145-pound belt. Is there any plans in your near future to go back up and defend that one?
Yep, up and down, as many as possible. I have until 40 years old to to stop. I have a lot of girls out there. It's 40, is still there. Why? I'm healthy. All my injuries is taken care. So, and I never was that fighter that's always having injuries. And my last fight, I just got that injury. Like, damn it, like So, and I always be able to fix it, to take care of it. And now I'm good to go.
Hi, Amanda over here. You mentioned the injuries and having an off night. Mentally and physically, what percentage were you at in your last fight against Pena?
Like I was there, especially mentally. Like I was there. Like I been those big fights for so long, like even like bigger than Pena. So Cyborg fight was one that's really preparing me to anything after that. Actually, like Ronda, like Mission, like I can like name it like big events that's is like no was a problem for me to handle. I just no was ready that night. That was exactly because I have a lot of people that's talk a lot in talk and no talk. Like I have a lot of different fighting in my whole career. If she talk, it doesn't mean she's gonna get in my head because she talk. Like it's never happened. I just know what is ready for, and I was half, what I'm capable of in that night. So now is another thing, Now I'm like ready to go, baby.
And how do you plan on celebrating?
For sure, it's gonna be with Nina and friends, Reagan. Like let's see, maybe the fans gonna give me a beer and I enjoy with the fans after. We'll see. It's very hard to plan something like that after because right after I have to do many things. I have media, I have this and that. After that, I'm exhausted, So, but like I look forward to having some beer, whatever, and maybe have a shot of Dana White, like drink. Too. So we'll see. Awesome. Thank you, guys.